So hello everybody. Nice to see you again here on the OTC, on the Siemens booth. So I have the pleasure to talk about what's going on in the oil and gas industry when we talk about the software suite, or when we talk about software, what we can do from the Siemens point for the people in the oil and gas industry. So my name is Jan Pavlovitz. I'm responsible for the COMO software in oil and gas around the world. So when we have a look to the criteria and the challenges what we have in the industry, then two things are definitely clear. So we are staying for lower for longer. So the oil price is dropping down, and that drives us. All our customers come to us and said, well, we have huge problems on capex and lower capex, lower opex, and all this stuff. So what we need to do is to maximize recovery. So extreme cost pressure gives us the pressure and challenges to be more efficient in operations. And be efficient in operations starts already in the engineering world. So be efficient in engineering on CAPEX means also have a chance to be efficient in operation. So that's something what applies there. When we talk about digitalization and what we're doing there, Siemens has a very, very long and broad history. When we come to the first phase of this industrial revolution or evolution, it was the mechanical production 200 years ago, and then it comes to the phase of electrification where Siemens starts to be a huge player into the market, and Werner von Siemens itself set up the first cable from Germany to the UK under the sea. So that was something what we have done. And then a very strong phase for Siemens was the automation phase, and even in the automation phase we are the market leader in PLCs, market leader in DCSs around the world. And in all of this, we influence customers and work on all these areas and phases with customer very strong together on partnerships and on patents and all this stuff. Now we come to the phase of digitalization, which is really each and everything. And everybody's talking about digitalization. When you go around here in the area on this OTC, everybody's doing something in digitalization. So I'm proud to say our next step on the evolution or revolution in Siemens is as well one of this pillar, what we call the digitalization effort. So we are strong on all the other ones, and we will definitely strong in digitalization as well. How do we underline this, and why we believe that we can help the oil and gas industry on the digitalization challenges and purposes is that we have so massive other environments, departments and areas of the industry where we are working in. As an example, the mass transit industry, so the train from Barcelona and Madrid, we help them really to be so good in time that we have a 99% availability of the trains. So I'm a German, that's something what I wish for the German Bundesbahn as well. So you know, to really have this in place, that is really cool. And we help them with Siemens. And what is this for the oil and gas? What means this? So we can learn from them, for example, in the area of predictive maintenance. That's what we are doing in this industry as well. And then let's have a look in the marine industry, my hometown Hamburg, where we have the Siemens Service Center for the marine industry. So we're doing remote monitoring, and that's something what helps as well the oil and gas business. And even we can learn what we have done there to bring over this into the oil and gas. Automotive, you can ask, oh, what automotive? How can automotive help us? Oh, automotive help us a lot. Automotive starts 20 years ago on the path of digitalization already with lean production and all this stuff. Now we are talking also on lean production in the oil and gas industry. So improve the cycle time, oil on deck, oil on rig, all these topics we can taking over from the experience what car manufacturers has done on standardization, for example, and bring this really as a leverager to the oil and gas. And then when we talk about the health industry, I said, okay, how can health industry help us? Health industry help us because health industry is living from analytics. Body analytics is the main topic for us, for each individual. So, and this kind of analytics, what we develop there, we can also take over this kind of analytics, this massive data, what we're doing and scanning and all this, and we take this over and bring this really also to an oil and gas environment. And we have hundreds of more examples into the Siemens world when we are doing digitalization, which covers something what we can learn from. And when you see the ranking of digitalization, oil and gas is not the first one, so I think they are more on the end of the game, but they are starts rapidly to improve this topic. That's what we discussed over the past months with our customers. So when it comes to this industrial transformation and what can we do and what is our drive for your competitiveness, and that's what we want to do. We want to give you value out of this. Everything what we show today has value creation for the customer in the background. So we want to help you to create your value. First is that we leverage, on the first point, our existing products and services. So we have, you see it here in the booth and you see it around, and if you know Siemens, we have a bunch of good products, from a gas turbine, from a electrification, from a DCS, from switches and gears and all what we are producing, excellent products. And then we want to apply more our automation expertise, bring really this automation expertise which makes us unique compared to other ones. Yeah, bring this expertise as well in the game. And the third topic is provide these systems and integrated solutions. So with services, with software, and with the hardware. And then in the end, and that's very clear, so lead the digitalization and then turning data into value. I think that's the main topic. Just to handle data, everybody can do this, but turning the data into value for the customer, make him use of it, let him lead at this, that's something what we do. So I want to underline this is what we have done since 2007 on investment. So you cannot come from the scratch and say, okay, now I do digitalization. You need perfect software and solutions. That's what you need. And Siemens investing heavily since 27. We approximately $8.5 billion US. We are investing to take over different software companies and to bring them together from the plant engineering execution and as well from the discrete manufacturing execution. So we bring this discrete and the process world together on one software suite. And that's really massive what we have, and that's really something like our folks from PL, our NX software, or the newest acquisition, Mentor Graphics, a huge software company from the US. And you cannot buy everybody in the world, that's also clear. And if we cannot buy everybody, you need to go for partnering. So if we cannot buy, then we partner. And that's also a strong methodology of Siemens, is that if you want to work in the digitalization world, you have to open your books. Yeah, you have to open your mindset, and you have to be partners. And have a look there. Bentley is an engineering partner. Microsoft is a partner in the environment of Minesphere. And that brings me to the point where we said, okay, when we talk about cloud engineering and stuff like that, then you see the most of the partners are coming from this area. So when you want to do cloud engineering or cloud-based solutions or this IoT or the Internet of Things, then you need to be open. Then you need to be fair to other ones, and then you have to, what I said, open your books and open your mind and bring everybody together and then create solutions. That's what we are doing. So when it comes to the first target, and when we talk about this, so we talk about cyber and we talk about cloud and everybody gives data and openness, there's one thing what we need to guarantee to our customers is that we guarantee the security, that we do cyber security, and that is not just a phrase or a sum of features. And I think we had a speech from my colleague today, so he showed a bit, definitely more in detail, but definitely what we're doing on the cyber security from the beginning as one of our highest targets is plant security features helps us, improve security processes, that's what we need. Yeah? Not just the features, we need the processes. We have the handling of the incidents, the security in QSNES, and for sure you need the IT infrastructure. So, and there's also with our partners, we have this IT infrastructure. And then you need this Siemens Industrial Cyber Portfolio, which is a part which consulting, professional services on top of this, managed service, and a bunch of products. A bunch of products, hardware products, software products, which help us to guarantee the customer that he is in a safe environment if we're talking about his data. And that one is one of our main topics. So when we have a look to these, to the oil and gas, and when we talk about what is the strategy in oil and gas, the strategy comes definitely, we said, we are following the methodology of a digital twin. So with everything what we have in our portfolio from products, and if you can get our product, even if it's a gas turbine, a motor, or it's a DCS, or whatever you get from Siemens, you have the chance automatically to get the digital twin of it. So that helps you from the beginning when you work with us. So we are doing this over the phase of the chevron of a feed and pre-feed phase, over the design of engineering, over fabrication and commissioning and construction to maintenance and operations. That's the chevron what we follow, and that is where our software and our services belongs to. So we have the bunch of Siemens software services. That's a suite of software. I come to this point in a minute. And we have a lot of Siemens digital services. Even this morning we heard about from our service organization, PS services, professional service. Then we combine this with asset performance management stuff, and for sure with Minesphere, our IoT solutions and the excellent products which already have a base inside the IoT solution. All of them are digitalized. Talk about electrification, talking about automation, or talking about rotating equipment. Yeah. So and there's always where we have this real world and virtual world, and that's what we combine in our solution. So how this looks like in the chevron. So what we said, okay, what we need here, we need a life cycle. Over the whole process, we need something where we control this life cycle, the software and services. We need to have a project management. So we're always talking about projects, we're always talking about documents and data, so that needs to be managed. And then we have a phase where we talk about conception and tender, where we help our clients in a very, very early phase to do something. We have this process design and simulation stuff. That's something brand new. We have the plant design and engineering, and we have the product design and engineering. So even if we always start thinking about the product, we can help you on the PLM process or on the classical cut design process. That's something where we can help you. And then when it comes to fabrication and commissioning, and later on asset management. I'll tell you something. I think in the next couple of years, the main topic is, and what we are talking about in digitalization, how can we control, maintain, design all our assets? And that's the main topic. And that's so mandatory for us. So I will not overload you, but this is our value map. We talk about this, that's our value map. That is the areas where we are in with our software product, and where we can help our customer. So when I go to customers and say, Jan, could you help me on whatever it is, on plant and system engineering? I said, yeah, I have something for you on plant and system engineering. Or can you help me on change management? I said, yeah, I can help you on change management. Yeah? So when it comes to this point, let me give an example that makes the life a bit easier. So when I come to, for example, for feed engineering, what are you doing in feed engineering? I can say, okay, what we have a Comos software suite, it's called Feed. So very early from the beginning, we are going in and customers taking over data from Aspen or whatever it is, from feed simulation, process simulation. We're taking over the data, and that's the first startup. And the deliverable out of it is a very, very nice PFD document, which is the mandatory document in the feed engineering. And KBR, for example, is doing this. KBR here in the US, they are doing this. They're using our feed solution to make the feed engineering. If somebody asks, Jan, what are you doing in the life cycle? What are you doing, how you handle data, and what are you doing in the lifecycle management? I can tell you, in the Technip and FMC environment, even an EPC customer. So we are doing this together. So Annex and Team Center and the requirement management and the virtual work construction, that's what those guys are using here. That was those guys using. And then the combination with our feed environment together. That makes it really strong. Think about it, tendering, workflow management in the beginning, that's something where the money comes from. And that's what we are doing in Siemens. Just to give you 2 examples of a bunch of hundreds examples what we have here in place. Yeah? So when you have a look to this, I think this is a massive picture, but that is exactly what we have in place for our customers. And don't get me wrong, nobody is pushed to use each and everything. And that's the good news. Each and every single point can be used individually from us. And for each and every compelling event, what you have, guys, we can find a solution for you which gives you a startup in the digitalization world and make your life a bit better. So on the Lifecycle show, on the product development, with Annex, with Technomatics, with IBS, with Team Center overall, yeah. And then when it comes to the plant engineering, from the field side, so from the reservoir, that we go for with OGM, the oil and gas manager, taking over data, and that's a really holistic flow of data. So we start in a very early phase and then taking over data from one step to the other one, because our philosophy behind our solution is what we called one data model concept, and we call it the single source of truth, and that makes us so unique. So unique in the market. When you put the pump in our database, a pump in the database is always a pump in the database. From the feed view, from the electrical view, from the P&ID view, from the maintaining view. We are always doing and working on the same object. And everybody is related. Think about how massive this is and how can we control the information from one department or from one discipline to the other. Okay, two more words to Minesphere. I'm good on time? Perfect. Two more words on Minesphere. Minesphere is something, our ecosystem, our industry cloud solution, what we're offering in the market since a while. But Minesphere is not just that we're doing mind apps, these nice software applications where we invite everybody to be a part of. Minesphere is, for us as Siemens, as a really ecosystem. So we decided that we need an ecosystem for our cloud-based solution, a DNA system. So we itself and our Siemens department, everybody is invited and do and work on the Minesphere cloud. So we are bringing our products on this level. But the good news is we invite even our partners and customers, because without partners and customers, this system cannot live. And that's what we're doing in the world. And that's, everybody feel invited. We can show it here in a small environment. We have some small items here which are already connected. I invite each and everybody to have a look. Cool stuff. Let me say it, really cool stuff. And even we see it here with the Mind Connect. That's an easy way, like we have it in the Apple world. Start the device and immediately connect it. And that's the same technology philosophy what we have it here with Minesphere. And that is this, that we said we have the data environment. That's important. And I believe when we talk about the platform or an FPSO, that we talk about massive data. And I tell you something, data becoming every year triple, 4 times, 10 times higher as the year before. And the massive data from the last decades, we are managing the last half years. So I think there's no end. There is no end. We want to have more information. We want to do more analytics. We want to analyze each and everything. The winning formula for me is, and that's important, that's you all, our customers, and we as Siemens with products, services, and solutions, and friendly people. That is the winning formula for value to the customer, for your value, and for your success. And that's important for us.
Siemens, ingenuity for life.